Let me start by saying something I wish somebody had told me years ago. You're probably not overwhelmed because you're lazy. You're probably overwhelmed because you're trying to manage a very complex life without the systems needed. Hi sisters, welcome to another week of our sister chats. If you're anything like me, right? You're carrying a lot. You're working, you're raising children, you're managing a home, you're trying to be a present wife, you're keeping up with school schedules, appointments, activities, meals, laundry, bills, birthdays, church, friend commitments, and 100 other things nobody else sees. And the crazy part is, from the outside, people think you're doing fine, but inside you're exhausted, you're frustrated at everyone, and you're constantly putting out fires. And every night, I remember going to bed and thinking there has to be a better way. And can I tell you something? There is. But first, let's talk about why this is happening. Many of us grew up in environments where it looked very different from the lives we're living right now. Maybe there was extended family nearby, aunties, grandparents, cousins, and maybe you had household help. Maybe there was always someone available to watch the kids, cook a meal, run errands, and share the load. You may not have realized it at that time, right? But there was an entire support system operating behind the scenes. Now, fast forward to today, you're living in a different country, different culture, different expectation, different pressures, and suddenly that support system is not there anymore. It's just you and maybe just your spouse, or maybe you have a spouse that's not even present and your family lives thousands of miles away. Your closest friends are equally as busy as you and just trying to survive their own lives. And now you're trying to hold everything up together by yourself. The problem is nobody taught you how to replace the support system that you lost. So what do most of us do? We wing it every single day. Wake up, react, put out fires, handle emergencies, and repeat. And after a while, chaos starts feeling normal. But here's what I've learned. Chaos is expensive. It costs you your peace. It costs your energy. It costs your patience. It costs your joy. And often it bleeds in the relationships and on the people around us. What looks like anger is often just overwhelm. You're making hundreds of decisions every single day, and it becomes decision fatigue because nothing has been predetermined. No consistent bedtimes, no meal system, no financial system, no family routines, no structure. And sis, I'm not getting at you. Nobody taught us this because we operated and lived under a different system. So now every single day you wake up requires a decision, a different decision, and hundreds of it. And eventually your brain gets tired. Research actually shows that the more decisions we make, the worse our decisions become. That's why by the end of the day, you're standing in front of the refrigerator wondering what to cook at 5 p.m. in the evening. You're not broken. You are depleted. And here's the good news. You don't need to fix everything at once. You need systems. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, here's where I would start, because I've been there. I know. One thing. Pick one thing. Stop trying to fix your entire life. Just pick one area, and maybe it's bedtime. Maybe it's meal planning. Maybe it's finances. Maybe it's your morning routine. Choose the area that will create the most, that's creating the most friction right now in your life. What's one area that if you had a system behind it, it will probably create a domino effect on everything else. Start there. For me, it was my finances. I had to get honest with where I was financially and take the reins and start creating the system. So the problem isn't we're incapable. The problem is We weren't handed a blueprint, and it's not too late, sis. We're going to build one system, one routine, one habit, one intentional decision at a time, because thriving doesn't just happen as accidentally. It's something that we build. And if nobody taught you how to do this, it's okay. You're learning now. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any content that I push out. Next week, I'll be going more into the systems that I've been creating to help me get away from chaos and constant overwhelm. I'll see you next week. Bye.